we're here. We finally made it. The audio commentary for episode 22 of Guilty Crown, the last episode. What are your feelings going into final episode? What are we hoping for and what are we expecting?
I'm hoping for some badass action, and of what I'm expecting is a small amount of action combined with a lot of amounts of pretentious talk about things that don't have internal consistency.
So basically last episode all over again.
Yes, pretty much.
Okay, I mean, that would be tolerable. Let's see if we can manage tolerable for a climax. Starting the show in 3, 2, 1, go!
Looks like we're starting out with the intro.
Yeah! You know, a lot of shows skip the intro on, like, the final climactic episode.
Not all of them do, though, so...
No. This is our last chance to admire Inori drifting through still scenes.
Admire is in quotes.
I swear to God, in that shot, he does look just like Shiro Emiya.
Little bit.
Including, I'm pretty sure Emiya wore that goddamn scarf.
Well, I mean...
It was winter.
I don't think, normal Emiya did.
No, I swear, like...
No, it was
the last... like, when he was on the date with Saber and Rin.
I'm 100% that Guardian Emiya did.
Huh. We're remembering the outfits differently.
Well, it was a different color.
Fair enough.
Not intending to try to spoil things, but frankly, it's hard to follow even when you've watched the show, so whatever. If
you're not spoiler alert, you probably have no idea what we're talking about, and won't until you get to that point.
Yes, okay, recap.
There is only Zool. She's a Titan now.
That's her evil dress, I guess.
Yeah.
And her eyes are red, so that's... Well, no, It's not always evil in...
No.
I mean, Shu's eyes turn red when he's using his powers. So.
Indeed. Mystical glowy lines everywhere.
I assume this is going to involve Doom.
Yeah, this is the oncoming apocalypse.
Well, I mean, Mom has actual knowledge of what's going on, so she might actually be able to help.
Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, he's gone back to complete crazy with rocket fists.
Okay, rocket fists are pretty cool.
Goddamn, this would be so awesome as a fighting game.
Teddy bear hacker.
Yeah.
I'm guessing, yeah. Bomber.
Yeah, bomber hacker man.
Who still doesn't... We don't really quite get what the point of all that
No, he just seems to be in existence in this entire show to provide... Alright, now she's normal-sized?
I think she was always normal-sized. We were
It really looked like she surged up to Titan size for a moment there.
I really think she was just...
It was a low-angle shot that made her look huge. Now she's going right back to Shu. Mana is a fickle bitch.
Yeah. Shu. Now, handle this situation...
He's not going to handle it tactfully. He's going to say...
Something not stupid.
We know that's Inori, I love her, go away, you monster. How do you know that wasn't Mana? She was supposedly in there, like, the whole time.
But seriously, why are you...
I'm going to go boss mode. Please become a silly monster.
No, we're gonna have the duel with...
Yeah.
The duel's gonna be with Guy.
He's drawing out Mana's Void.
So maybe if we shatter...
Yeah, I think I mentioned...
The shattering Mana's Void possibly getting Inori back?
Yeah. We're once again having a very RPG battlefield. I don't know why there's a world map and hexes on the floor.
I don't care.
They are going all out for the boss fight.
You are fickle and crazy.
Yeah.
She's dancing now?
To opera music that isn't her own singing.
And
I'm just thinking how much cooler this would be if that was Monochrome coming up.
yeah, well, that's an awesome song.
Yeah.
And there's snowflakes everywhere.
Yep. Apparently she knows what's supposed to be going on. It started. All the robots are shutting down.
Why? That means we needed the massive duel with...
Yeah.
I'm annoyed as hell.
Apparently Endlave Remote has something to do with genomic resonance.
That doesn't make any sense.
She's dancing over the map, causing horrible things to happen to the world.
Why isn't Shu even attempting to do anything?
It's a cutscene.
I hate that that's an answer! That's not an answer! That's not an answer!
You need to insert a quarter to attack.
I'm still not sure how you count 4.
Yeah.
And this has nothing to do with evolution.
No, this has to do with, like, magic bullcrap.
What just happened?
I don't know.
Are you... You're talking...
Are you psychicking? Your lips aren't even moving. He's still active. Along with the Crystal Max.
I guess because they're void infused,
I
they're not
guess.
being...
I mean, none of this makes any goddamn sense.
Connect with a cable is dangerous as hell.
Yeah. You know, was there any reason they tried to make his character even remotely sympathetic for a little while? Since he's going in as a...
crazy...
psychotic and Killian boss?
Yeah, I really don't understand.
What was the goddamn point? This was all just as planned!
I don't understand either.
I just assumed Guy was planning his death and resurrection. Meanwhile, your
doing?
Captain Useless is, babbling. He did nothing after the midpoint. I know we were happy that he didn't die so that we still had a villain, but he did so little as a second phase villain that he really should have died in episode 12.
Yeah.
Student council president's gonna die. They're planning something.
Planning something is good. That means... I'm glad we're getting a back and forth.
Yeah. The pacing is decent.
Yeah, well, if he'd embraced Mana there, I'm pretty sure she would have taken him anyway.
Yeah. Yes. Now please do something.
No, with everyone's void in him, that'll probably...
Oh hey, it's the Inori flower crystal.
And he's going to...
do that and have the Inori void sword to properly have a sword fight with Guy.
That sounds good. Or she's just gonna give him...
Yeah, this time-stopped words of advice. The sword was falling. Yeah, no, that looks pulley.
This looks like it could possibly be cool.
That, yeah, this could be badass.
Oh, it looks like she negated...
Yeah, that apparently undid Mana. Mana looks kind of frozen.
Possibly because both Mana's void and...
Inori's are active. Okay, yeah, this is about as dramatic as we could have hoped.
Yeah.
He just stabbed himself with a third void genome, maybe?
No, we know where...
Well, no, I think creepy white-haired boy is, just his own thing. I don't think he's actually got a void genome.
Well, it looks like it's melting him, so...
Yeah.
He gets to die being inferior.
He might take out, Mom Oma with him.
I really don't... I don't get...
why they did any... They had that whole middle point where they were trying to make him like he was going to get a redemption arc, and then they're just going, nah.
Glowy fighty sword effects!
Magic Inori. And I think he just cut Guy in half. He's bleeding light, and Mana appears to be dissolving into crystals. Because apparently Mana dies if Guy dies.
Well, he's holding her void.
I suppose. They might have sundered that. Even her shield has a limit. And yeah, whatever he did, it definitely reacted badly.
What? You're emotion flipping.
You're being inconsistent right at the end. I guess we get to see his void from this, though. Maybe?
What's going on?
We cut to, crystal crater landscape of...
We'd like to know
Good
that
question,
too,
Shu.
That's a obscure.
It's bismuth.
It's why?
Because Evangelion did it? Like the flashback episode?
I guess.
No, seriously. You shouldn't... This is not the part of Evangelion to copy.
No.
I mean, I guess this is more straightforward than that. How did they...
This has nothing to do with natural selection.
No, this has to do
using
with
that.
mad science. I'm not sure why this death is supposed to stick more than the last one if they can just resurrect her without cease.
I think the idea was that she hadn't been fully conjured previously.
Maybe? But,
If that's the answer, it's not very well.
it's a bad answer. God, how much time do we have left in this? Too much.
Well, they might denouement.
Yeah. They're shambling. Inori's not in a good state.
Well,
Or
whichever of them it is.
Pinky's not in a good state. I think that's Mana. I mean, it's the only one with meat.
But it's really hard to tell.
I mean, they're explicitly identical. They're using the same body now.
What are you... I think he's doing the thing we discussed. Where
Yeah, he's taking everything.
Yeah.
He's going out Neo ways. And apparently that devoids everything. I mean, we were told that the voids aren't exactly natural, so... Zat.
They returned the...
Well, it was useless having her live that long.
Yeah.
Escape sequence!
What?
What?
No!
No. That oscillation makes no sense. Why is anyone willing to die for him? This isn't the worst climax.
No. It could have been a lot worse.
And vanish into the next dimension together. I still think their color design and overall visuals are great.
Yes. I'm betting Inori's dead and he's been saved. He doesn't.
That seems like the cop-out they're going for.
The Inori's gone, he's safe, the king's power is gone, the apocalypse virus is gone.
Everything's falling down. We'll assume Doth is defeated for all time, even though we never really understood what it was in the first place.
Sure.
Lots of structure damage for reasons.
Oh, it mentioned that there's too much crystal in the structure of the building, so with Shu grabbing it all, it disassembled.
Disappearing all the crystals. Does no one know how to shoot people in this world?
No one knows how to use guns.
You have more than one bullet. If you have an enemy you are trying to kill, and you hit them, and you don't kill them, you have another shot.
We're not in the Wild West.
Even in the Wild West, you had 6.
And very bad aim.
Yeah.
The guns were not exactly accurate.
No.
So,
Well, the credits are rolling, so I'd say we could stop, but not really.
Yeah. Did they have
baby robots to the baby robots?
That's ridiculously funny.
Uh-huh. They're all gathered for reasons. It's Hare's birthday party.
That's actually kind of sweet.
Yeah. So he's blind and has a bionic arm.
Well, his real arm is...
Yeah,
gone.
but apparently they still have advanced bionics. And I don't know when he went blind or why they had him go blind, but... blind prophet, I guess.
Well, it could also be that he's just,
He had the V-cane.
Yes, I know. I just meant the overloaded of...
Yeah. But at this point I can
superpowers.
only assume the reason for it is symbolism. Because it's not like he's doing anything anymore. Thinking about all the, good times with Inori, all 2 of them. And with Mana, I guess.
I guess.
That's apparently where we end.
Yeah,
That's the end of the show. That's the end of Guilty Crown. The worst part really was the takeover of a school arc. Everything else was tolerable levels of stupid. There were some, in my mind, like, total constructive problems. Like, Inori's lack of a character, especially where they went with the climax, is something that shouldn't have been allowed to get to the final state. It needed another rewrite. But on the other hand, my opinion at least, is that Guilty Crown here is frustratingly not that far from being a good show. The points that it's lacking on are not numerous. They're just, mission critical.
It could be fixed with a few rewrites.
Like, honestly, the show is 22 episodes. Most, double-length series are 24. If Guilty Crown had 2 more episodes of material and spent that material largely spread out between the existing episodes worth of plot, having, another 50 minutes or so worth of developing Inori, making us, you can have all the late-game revelations we had about her, We just needed to care. We needed to, from the early stages, have enough of her as a person so that we wanted to know more. And then once we want to know more, you can put off giving us the more until that episode 18 turnaround that we got.
But you don't want to know more about someone just because they're mysterious.
Yeah, and in fact, it kind of hurts when she contradicts herself. That scene in episode 6 that I called out where she says is pretty much the "nah, just using you," and they never follow up on it, and I think that's one of the most critically wrong scenes. Because it establishes Inori, one way or the other, as a puppet. And we don't care about a puppet.
I think I slightly disagree in that if they followed it up in the proper way, we could potentially get a conflict within herself and get some development out of her.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm talking about the as they used it, not as it could have been.
Okay.
The as they used it is one of the most critical problems. They needed to leverage that sort of stuff better. And, there's a whole bunch of other stuff in their speculative fiction where, especially in the last couple episodes, you could replace most of the pretentious speeches with just clips from Time Cube, and it would make about as much sense. So, try to keep your universe together and keep your audience clued in on what your universe is, because, look, as an audience, we will buy any stupid bullshit thing as long as you establish it well. So, yeah, those are some pretty important issues, but
they
all could have been solved. There are plenty of shows that could not have been fixed that easily, and, there was real effort in Guilty Crown.
And it is really nice to look at.
Yeah, it's a very pretty show. You could, mute it and turn off the subtitles and have a good time. Have a caption contest. Here's the visuals of Guilty Crown, write a new story.
That could be really entertaining, really.
We're not going to do that, but, if you want to, drop me a line if you do. I would love to see it. For now, this show is over with. We'll see you sometime next time. Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye.